Your life has a purpose. Your existence is not an accident. You were designed with greatness within you. I stand before you today with an urgent message that burns within my heart. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life without a purpose. People who live and die, never discovering why they were born. Look at your hands. Those hands were designed to hold something significant, something that no one else's hands were designed to hold. Look at your feet. Those feet were designed to take you somewhere that no one else's feet were designed to take them. Inside of you right now, at this very moment, lies dormant potential greater than anything you've ever imagined. Seeds of greatness waiting to burst forth into full bloom. The question is not whether you have potential. The question is, will you have the courage to release it? Success is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not something you wait for, but something you create. The keys to unlock your personal success are already in your possession, waiting for you to use them. What is success? For many, success means fancy cars, big houses, financial wealth, or fame. But I've met plenty of wealthy people who are utterly miserable. I've met celebrities who feel empty despite their fame. True success is not what you have, it's who you become. Success is not determined by comparison with others, but by fulfilling the original purpose for which you were created. Success is discovering your unique abilities, developing them to their maximum potential, and using them to serve others and solve problems in a way that brings you joy and adds value to the world. Let me tell you about a young woman I met in one of the poorest countries in the world. She had very little in terms of material possessions, but she had discovered her gift for teaching. Every day she gathered children under a tree and taught them to read and write. Her face radiated with joy. She had found her purpose. That, my friends, is success. Most people never discover true success because they're busy copying others. They're trying to live someone else's definition of success. Remember this, imitation is limitation. You will never succeed at being someone else. You can only succeed at being yourself. True success is becoming everything you were created to be. It's leaving this world having emptied yourself of all the gifts, talents, and abilities that were deposited in you. Success is going to the grave empty, having poured out everything you were given. Everything in life begins as a seed. Every tree, every plant, every human being started as a seed. And here's the powerful principle of potential. Everything in life has hidden capabilities far beyond its appearance. Take an apple seed, so small you could lose it in your pocket. But inside that tiny seed lies the potential for an entire orchard. One seed contains thousands of apples, each containing more seeds. The potential in that single seed is practically infinite. You are no different. Within you lies seed potential far greater than anything you've demonstrated so far. I met a janitor once at a hospital. For 20 years he cleaned floors, but he had a gift for connecting with patients. He would speak words of encouragement as he cleaned their rooms. One day a patient told him, "You've helped me more than my doctors." That janitor discovered his true purpose wasn't cleaning floors, it was healing hearts. Today he's a counselor at that same hospital, having gone back to school in his 50s. The greatest tragedy is not death, it's life without purpose. It's carrying potential to the grave unused. It's like dying with a cure for cancer still inside you, undiscovered. Why do so many die with their music still in them? Because of fear, because of doubt, because society told them to be realistic, because they listened to voices that said, "Who do you think you are?" I'm telling you today, you are a miracle of potential. You are packed with greatness. There is something you can do better than anyone else alive. There's a problem you were designed to solve. There are people you were born to impact. Purpose is the master key that unlocks your potential. Without purpose, potential remains dormant. With purpose, ordinary people accomplish extraordinary things. How do you discover your purpose? It begins with understanding that purpose is not something you create, it's something you discover. Your purpose existed before you did. Your job is to find it. Your natural talents and abilities are signposts pointing to your purpose. What comes naturally to you? What do you do effortlessly that others find difficult? What activities cause you to lose track of time when you're engaged in them? There's a connection between passion and purpose. What breaks your heart? What injustice makes you angry? What needs do you see that others overlook? The problems that disturb you most are often connected to the solutions you were born to provide. Here are 4 questions that will help reveal your purpose. What do you love doing? Passion. What are you good at? What does the world need that you can provide? Mission. What can you be rewarded for? Where these 4 areas overlap, you'll find your life's purpose. Your purpose lives at the intersection of your passions, your abilities, the world's needs, and opportunities for reward. Sometimes your problems point to your purpose. The very challenges you've overcome are preparing you to help others facing similar struggles. Your mess becomes your message. Your test becomes your testimony. Finding your purpose requires courage. It demands that you look inside yourself and ask difficult questions. It requires honesty about who you really are, not who others expect you to be. Once you discover your purpose, confusion disappears. Decision-making becomes clearer. You gain a filter through which to evaluate opportunities. You can say no to good things, to say yes to the best things. Let me ask you this. If you knew you could not fail, what would you attempt? Your answer reveals much about the direction of your purpose. But discovering your purpose is just the beginning. You must overcome the enemies of success that will try to keep you from fulfilling it. The greatest enemy you'll face is fear. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown, fear of not being good enough. Fear paralyzes potential and keeps more people from success than anything else. Here's what you must understand about fear. It's not meant to stop you, it's meant to be conquered. Fear is often a signpost pointing to the very thing you should be doing. What you fear most is often what you most need to face. I remember speaking to a woman who dreamed of starting her own business for 20 years. For 20 years, fear kept her from taking the first step. What was she afraid of? Failure, yes. But deeper than that, she was afraid of disappointing others, of looking foolish, of stepping out of the comfort of the familiar. Finally, at age 57, she took the leap. Today, her business employs 30 people and serves hundreds. She told me, "My only regret is that I waited so long. I let fear steal 20 years of my purpose." Don't let fear steal your purpose. The presence of fear doesn't mean you're going in the wrong direction. Often it means you're heading exactly where you need to go. Another enemy of success is the prison of other people's opinions. Too many live their entire lives seeking the approval of others, trying to meet expectations they didn't set, pursuing dreams that aren't their own. Listen carefully. You will never fulfill your purpose while living for the approval of others. The opinions of others are like the weather, constantly changing and outside your control. Build your life on something more solid. Doubt is another saboteur of potential. Doubt whispers, who do you think you are? It reminds you of past failures. It magnifies your weaknesses and minimizes your strengths. Combat doubt with decisiveness. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them quickly. Decide today that you will pursue your purpose regardless of doubts. The environments we place ourselves in can either release or restrict our potential. Like a seed, you need the right environment to grow. Negative environments, toxic relationships, and limited thinking will stunt your growth. Creating success requires breaking free from limiting beliefs. What beliefs about yourself are holding you back? What stories are you telling yourself that no longer serve your purpose? Whatever you believe about yourself, you will manifest in your life. I often tell the story of the eagle raised among chickens. Because it was raised in the chicken yard, it believed it was a chicken. It pecked at the ground and never flew higher than a few feet. One day, an eagle flying overhead spotted the eagle among the chickens and swooped down. "What are you doing with these chickens?" the eagle asked. "You're not a chicken, you're an eagle. You were born to soar." The eagle looked confused. It had never been told it could fly high. It had never seen an example, but something stirred within. The eagle spread its wings and for the first time felt the wind beneath them. With a mighty effort, it began to rise higher and higher until it disappeared into the sky, never to return to the chicken yard. How many of you are eagles living as chickens? How many have forgotten your ability to soar because you spent too long in environments that kept you grounded? Personal transformation follows certain principles that, once understood, can accelerate your journey to success. The first principle is the law of environment. You will become like the people you spend the most time with. Your income, your attitudes, your ambitions will reflect your closest associations. Choose your environment carefully. The next is the power of vision. You need to see your future clearly before you can create it. What does success look like for you? Visualize it in vivid detail. Feel it, taste it. The clearer your vision, the stronger your motivation to pursue it. Developing a success mentality is essential. Your mind is like fertile soil. It will grow whatever seed you plant in it. Plant seeds of success, not seeds of failure. Feed your mind with materials that inspire growth. Successful people share certain habits. They wake up early, they read constantly, they set goals. They manage their time effectively. They prioritize their health. They invest in relationships. They practice gratitude. These habits are not inborn. They are developed through daily discipline. Find mentors and models who are where you want to be. Success leaves clues. You don't have to figure everything out yourself. Learn from those who have gone before you. Ask questions. Seek wisdom. Apply what you learn. Your thinking ultimately determines your outcomes. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Think thoughts of abundance, not scarcity. Think thoughts of possibility, not limitation. Think thoughts of victory, not defeat. This is not mere positive thinking. This is aligning your mind with truth. The truth is that you were born with more potential than you could use in 10 lifetimes. The truth is that the same power that created the stars and planets resides within you. The truth is that you're not defined by your past mistakes or current limitations. Let me tell you about David. I met him in one of my seminars years ago. He came from what most would call disadvantaged circumstances. Raised in poverty by a single mother, attended failing schools, surrounded by negative influences. By age 20, he had been arrested twice. Everyone expected him to become another statistic. But David refused to let his circumstances dictate his future. He began to transform his thinking. He stopped seeing himself as a victim and started seeing himself as the architect of his destiny. He eliminated negative self-talk. He stopped consuming media that reinforced limitation. He surrounded himself with books and materials that expanded his vision. Today, David owns 3 successful businesses and has created a foundation that helps young people from similar backgrounds. What changed? Not his circumstances. Those actually got worse before they got better. What changed was his thinking. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant and nurture will grow. Plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, and your life will reflect those realities. Plant seeds of possibility, purpose, and potential, and your life will produce those fruits instead. You are the gardener of your mind. Nobody else can plant seeds there without your permission. Many of you are allowing seeds to be planted in your mental garden that you would never intentionally cultivate. Every negative news broadcast, every complaint session with pessimistic friends, every replay of past failures, these are all planting seeds that will grow into limitations. Guard your mental garden fiercely. Be intentional about what you expose your mind to. Start your day with materials that inspire growth. End your day with gratitude. Fill your mind with possibilities throughout the day. Your thoughts create neural pathways in your brain. The more you think a certain way, the easier it becomes to continue thinking that way. Create positive pathways. I want you to try something right now. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, having achieved the success you desire. See yourself in vivid detail. What are you wearing? Who's around you? How do you carry yourself? What have you accomplished? Feel the emotions of that success, the satisfaction, the joy, the sense of purpose fulfilled. This exercise isn't fantasy, it's programming. You're showing your mind where you intend to go. Your subconscious will begin working on solutions to get you there, even while you sleep. Top athletes, world-class entrepreneurs, and exceptional leaders all practice this kind of mental visualization regularly. One of the most powerful principles for creating success is redefining failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person has experienced numerous failures on their journey. Thomas Edison failed more than 10,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Failure provides feedback. It offers lessons. It develops character. It tests commitment. Without failure, there is no growth. The only true failure is quitting. As long as you get up one more time than you fall, you haven't failed. You're just learning. I once met a young entrepreneur who failed in his first 3 business ventures. Each failure left him broke, but not broken. From each failure, he extracted valuable lessons. His 4th business succeeded beyond his expectations. Today, he teaches others how to learn from failure. "My success was built on the foundation of my failures," he told me. What if you viewed your past failures not as sources of shame, but as stepping stones to success? What if you embraced failure as feedback? What if you saw setbacks as setups for comebacks? Creating personal success requires taking full responsibility for your life and choices. There are 2 kinds of people in this world: victims and victors. Victims blame circumstances, other people, bad luck, or the system for their lack of success. Victors take responsibility and find a way despite circumstances. Responsibility sounds heavy, but it's actually liberating. When you take responsibility, you take back your power. You move from reacting to life to creating your life. The victim mentality asks, "Why is this happening to me?" The victim mentality asks, "What can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow?" Blame keeps you trapped in mediocrity. As long as someone or something else is responsible for your situation, you have no power to change it. The moment you take responsibility, you gain the power to transform. You are the CEO of your life. No one forced you to where you are today. Your past decisions, conscious or unconscious, have created your present reality. Your current decisions are creating your future reality. Your environment plays a crucial role in your success journey. You must intentionally create a success environment. The law of association states that you will become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Their habits, their income, their attitudes and their ambitions will become yours over time. Look around you. Who are your 5 closest associates? Are they pulling you up or pushing you down? Are they expanding your vision or limiting it? Create a personal board of directors. People who believe in you, challenge you, hold you accountable, and share wisdom. These aren't necessarily your closest friends. They're people who are committed to your growth. Who should be on your personal board? Look for 5 key types of people. First, find a mentor who is where you want to be. Someone who has already achieved what you're striving for and can guide you through the pitfalls. They provide the roadmap. Second, find a coach who will push you beyond your comfort zone. Someone who sees your potential more clearly than you do and refuses to let you settle for less. They provide the challenge. Third, find a cheerleader who believes in you unconditionally. Someone who encourages you when times get tough and celebrates your victories no matter how small. They provide the support. Fourth, find a truth teller who will be honest with you, someone who cares enough to tell you what you need to hear, not just what you want to hear. They provide the reality check. Fifth, find a connector who knows people you need to know. Someone with a wide network who can open doors and make introductions. They provide the opportunities. Notice I didn't say your spouse should be all these things, or your best friend or your business partner. These roles may be filled by different people. The key is intentionally creating this support system, not leaving it to chance. I helped Sarah, a struggling entrepreneur, create her personal board. Her neighbor, a retired executive, became her mentor. She hired a business coach who became her challenger. Her sister served as her cheerleader. Her accountant became her truth teller, and her former colleague became her connector. Within a year, her business had tripled and her stress had halved. Remove toxic relationships from your life. These are people who consistently discourage you, doubt you, or drain your energy. You can't soar with eagles if you're constantly pecking with chickens. Build a network that elevates you. Seek out people who are where you want to be. Attend events where successful people gather. Join organizations that attract growth-minded individuals. As your vision expands and your purpose becomes clearer, your circle will need to change. Some people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Know the difference. Creating lasting success requires the discipline of daily growth. Success isn't achieved in a day. It's built day by day through consistent action. Small daily improvements, when compounded over time, produce stunning results. If you improve just 1% each day, you'll be 37 times better in a year. Successful people don't rely on motivation. They build habits and routines. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They understand that the mundane daily disciplines practiced consistently lead to magnificent results. Set meaningful goals that align with your purpose. Break them down into daily actions. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. Stay committed during plateaus. Let me show you how this works in practice. When I began writing my first book, The task seemed overwhelming. Hundreds of pages, thousands of words. Where would I even begin? I could have procrastinated forever had I focused only on the final product. Instead, I committed to writing just 3 pages every single day. Some days the words flowed easily and I wrote 10 pages. Other days, every word was a struggle, but I still met my minimum 3 pages. Within 6 months, I had a complete manuscript. This principle applies to every area of success. Want to transform your health? Don't try to lose 50 pounds at once. Commit to eating 1 healthy meal today, then again tomorrow. Want to build a business? Don't obsess over making $1 million this year. Focus on serving 1 customer excellently today. Small hinges swing big doors. Small disciplines practiced consistently create massive results over time. The key word is consistently. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a year and vastly underestimate what they can achieve in a decade of consistent effort. Consistency demands character. It's easy to take action when you feel motivated, when you see quick results, when others are applauding. But what about when motivation fades? What about when results plateau? What about when no one notices your efforts? This is where character comes in. Character is doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Character is keeping promises to yourself. Character is showing up day after day, especially when no one is watching. I met an Olympic gold medalist who trained every single day for 4 years to compete in an event that lasted less than 2 minutes. I asked her, how did you stay motivated? She laughed and said, I didn't. I wasn't motivated most days, but I was committed. Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes. Commitment is a decision that remains. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful isn't talent, resources, or luck. It's consistency. The unsuccessful person tries something for a while, doesn't see immediate results, and moves on to the next thing. The successful person commits to the process, trusts the system, and persists through plateaus. I want you to identify 1 small daily discipline you can begin today that practiced consistently for the next year would transform some area of your life. Maybe it's reading 10 pages of a growth-oriented book each day. Maybe it's making 3 sales calls first thing each morning. Maybe it's spending 20 minutes in reflection and planning. Whatever it is, commit to it today. The reason most people fail at consistency is that they don't see immediate results. They plant seeds today, but dig them up tomorrow because they don't see growth. Success requires patience and persistence. The Chinese bamboo tree shows no growth for 4 years while developing an extensive root system underground. In the 5th year, it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. Your success may follow a similar pattern. This is your moment of decision. Everything I've shared with you today means nothing without action. Knowledge without application is merely entertainment. The tragedy of postponed destiny affects millions. Someday, they say, when the time is right, after I get this promotion, when the kids are older, when I have more money. But someday never come. There is an urgency to your purpose. The world needs what you have. People are waiting for the solution only you can provide. Your gifts and talents weren't given to you to be hoarded or hidden. They were given to be shared. Right now, at this moment, you stand at a crossroads. One path leads to more of the same, comfort, mediocrity, unrealized potential. The other path leads to purpose, growth, impact, and true success. The path you choose today will determine where you are 5 years from now. Remember, success is not a mystery, it's a system. Follow the principles. Take responsibility. Discover your purpose. Overcome your fears. Create the right environment. Develop success habits. Learn from failure. grow daily. The key to creating your own success is already in your possession. You have everything you need to begin. The potential inside you is greater than any obstacle before you. I challenge you today, step into your destiny, embrace your purpose, release your potential, create your success. The world is waiting for you to become who you were born to be. Your moment is now, your time is today, your potential is calling. Will you answer? I want to leave you with a final thought that has guided my life's work. Every person ever born represents a problem that needs to be solved. Your birth was not random. It was an answer to a specific need in the world. Somewhere right now, someone is hoping, praying, and searching for the solution that only you can provide. Your book needs to be written. Your business needs to be started. Your invention needs to be created. Your song needs to be sung. Your message needs to be delivered. What happens if you don't answer your call? That problem remains unsolved. Those people remain unhelped. That contribution remains unmade. Every day that you procrastinate, doubt yourself, or hide your gifts, the world misses out. And you miss out on the deep fulfillment that comes from living your purpose. When I was a young boy growing up in a small town, people told me my dreams were too big. Be realistic, they said. People like us don't do things like that. But something inside me refused to believe that. Something inside me knew I had a specific purpose to fulfill. That same something is inside you. It's the voice that whispers when everyone else says it's impossible. It's the dream that won't die despite setbacks. It's the passion that makes your heart beat faster when you think about it. Listen to that voice, follow that dream, fuel that passion. It's not there by accident. It's pointing you toward your purpose. Today, right here, I want you to make a decision. Not a wish, not a hope, not an I'll try, but a decision. A decision to discover and fulfill your purpose. A decision to release your potential. A decision to create your own success. This decision will require courage. It will demand change. It will mean leaving comfort zones and taking risks. But on the other side of that decision lies a life of meaning, impact, and fulfillment beyond anything you've experienced before. I believe in you. I believe in your potential. I believe in your purpose. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. Your moment is now. Your time is today. Your destiny awaits. Will you rise to meet it?